Alright, folks, we're back. Back to me dying in Metroid Dread.
I didn't even see what little fella are you fighting now?
It's like another...
Red Chozo warrior.
Yeah, and he's kind of eating my ass like groceries.
We do that sometimes.
Just another bird.
In bird culture, this is considered a dick move.
That was I saw he was like a phoenix now. It was like BP. What do you do to you? It is not my phoenix person. It is now PP.
PP. What am I, 7? You know, the other day I was in Walmart and I see a kid with a Rick and Morty shirt. Now when I say kid, I mean it. Like it looks like a 6-year-old, and I'm just like,
child.
Like what?
An infant.
Like you know me,
That's probably the pair.
Like you know me, I'm not one for like be like, oh my god, poisoning the youth, but I'm like that is not appropriate for him.
Oh, this brings me. Speaking of poisoning the youth.
Yes.
The weirdest transition I'll ever make.
Now I'm curious.
It was a thing I was gonna bring up like 2 or 3 episodes ago. You want to know what's ruining kids these days? And I never thought I would be on like this side of things.
Peppa Pig.
Video games, and there's 3 specific ones.
Please do tell.
One in particular because of what it's called.
Chris,
and that one is Poppy's Playtime.
Yeah, Chris, I need you to say how video games are poisoning the youth on this, our video game channel.
Okay, but listen.
I'm listening. I want to hear this.
So, do you know the game Poppy's Playtime?
I've heard of it.
Poppy's Playtime?
Okay. It is a horror game with a blue stuffed animal thing that chases you. Has really sharp teeth and screams and is actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Now, Poppy's Playtime is called Poppy's Playtime. And that blue creature is called Huggy Wuggy. Can you guess what the problem with that is?
Okay, I will say, realistically, the only reason that's popular is because Markiplier, like, influencers will play it and then they'll be like, oh, that looks interesting.
Well, that's just indie horror nowadays.
Yeah, I think it's less of they'll just pick it up more than they saw their influencer play. They're like, I want to play that.
Is it bad because they're spelling things wrong?
No, it's bad because those both get through YouTube Kids.
Oh.
My partners tell each other that Huggy Wuggy is in the vents above the bathroom and will kill you.
Okay, yeah, that I agree.
And their free time drawing bloody pictures of Huggy Wuggy.
Oh.
Have you actually had that happen to you or like?
Yes.
This man speaks from experience.
I am speaking from I would not have this stance if I did not see kids terrorizing other kids because of what it's called. There is no algorithm that is going to say Huggy Wuggy is a thing that's not for kids.
You know, Chris, I can actually see where you're coming from because there was this one time there was this one class I had at the zoo where we outright had to tell the other children stop telling scary stories on tour because you're scaring the other children. And I'm just like,
yeah.
This is not a statement I thought I'd have to say. And yet here we are.
Could you imagine what the kid's saying is actually terrifying? So you're scaring the kids, but in reality you're just terrified of the kids.
Anyways, Chris, so you said you had 3 games on your hit list.
The other 2 would be Five Nights at Freddy's. Also makes it past YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
And Bendy and the Ink Machine. Now, I don't have too much of a problem with Bendy and the Ink Machine. Because, I don't see kids terrorizing each other because of it. And FNAF has become, this overall not actually, kids don't terrorize each other with Five Nights at Freddy's characters. But they do with Huggy Wuggy and whatever. There's another one. That's the one that's the big
It's not Hello Neighbor, is it?
No, not Hello Neighbors. So the 3 are I'm saying there's like another character in the Poppy's Playtime game.
Oh, okay. Alright, I get you.
But yeah, like Bendy and the Ink Machine, I've had a couple 6 and 7-year-olds talk about the demon in Bendy and the Ink Machine. And I'm like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
like kids should know what, like, who Hades is and Hercules, maybe. Like,
yeah, but like...
We'll say though,
just from an actual horror game, it's a different story.
To be fair, that's not... So, okay, that's not so much a problem with video games as it is a problem with indie horror as a whole. I actually watched...
indie horror and also YouTube Kids.
Yes, I actually watched a video on this very topic recently about how Five Nights at Freddy's has completely destroyed indie horror because of how... Because it had three factors going with it. It had A, YouTubers playing it to get word out, B, recognizable characters, and C, like the indirect lore which made fan theories. But in this case, the primary factor that I'm leaning on is the bright recognizable well, maybe not bright, but recognizable characters that they're scary, but they're not that scary.
Right, like mascot character, warped mascots.
Yeah. Like Bendy, or the neighbor from Hello Neighbor, or there's someone else. Oh my god, it has some...
Go with Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, Baldy from Baldi's Basics.
Oh, yeah.
There's this one game that I keep seeing, and I have no clue what it is, but I keep seeing merch of it in Walmart and GameStop. It's called, like, Piggy or something like that. I have never heard of it, yet I see so much merch of it. It's, like, the weirdest thing I've never heard. It's the most popular game I've never heard of.
I will say, though, that, I mean, but, like, I see Five Nights at Freddy's and Bendy, stuff like that, on, like, at the Scholastic Book Fair. Like, they'll release, like, merch of it that's obviously marketed towards kids.
Oh, yeah, they do the same thing with Hello Neighbor.
They know what they're doing.
Well, that's the thing. I believe it's... Well, all things considered, I don't know anything about Poppy, but I know... But I've played Five Nights at Freddy's and... what was the other one? Oh, the Bendy. I played both those games, and I can definitely say that... I'd say it really is, like, horror for kids. Like, the stuff that happens in that game, it's scary, and this might be because I'm a wuss, because I can actually handle it. But, like, yeah, it's not to the point where I want to shut my eyes, you know what I mean?
I think, yeah, they're aware that even though there's gonna be, it's like you shouldn't show horror to kids, it's like they're aware the market's there, so they're just, you know,
exactly.
giving it to them.
Well, of course, because, like, I've seen so many different, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, like, plushies, and granted, you know, adults buy plushies, Exhibit A being me, but, like...
And Exhibit B being me.
Oh, yes, you were just talking...
Today.
But, yeah, like... Honestly, if I were to show my child a horror game, it would probably be Five Nights at Freddy's or Bendy, because the stuff that happens in that game is not, like, in the grand scheme of horror, it is not that bad.
Yeah,
I think it's like Bendy. I was about to say Bendy's kind of it's a little bad.
It's a little bit, but not. It's mostly like you don't see your character. It's not like Mass Effect or like Dead Space where you see your character get horribly maimed.
Yeah, it's just a jump scare. And that's why I don't think Five Nights at Freddy's has been a problem. Because you have to go far to discover, like, the actual blood and horror of that game.
Yeah.
On the surface, it is literally just a game of jump scares.
Yeah.
Whereas Poppy's Playtime, I think part of it is that, like, Huggy Wuggy just has these, like, large, jagged teeth. And Like, you get to see him run after you
Oh, even better.
and be this, like, weird eldritch horror creature.
Even better.
Whereas with, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, they just pop up at the very end.
Yeah.
Or, like, 2 seconds and then they're gone. And you did die, but it doesn't say you die, it just says game over, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas with, like, Poppy's Playtime, no, you watch him chase after you. And, I don't know what happens when he catches you, but I'm gonna look it up.
Let's do some research. Let's discover this together.
It's also, I think FNAF lost a lot of its scare factor when they released like 12 different installations of the same thing.
Yeah. Though to be fair, that goes for just about anything. Oh, son of a bitch.
A very brief tangent. I just played 2 games of Master Duel, and like both games, not only did I have had max D, but both people before I can even do anything just forfeited for no reason.
Is that good or bad?
Good, but you know, I kind of picked up the game so I could actually, you know, duel.
Nah, who wants to actually duel? It's just about winning.
I'll say, ever since I got the gear mate by doing the challenge, I'm very happy. He's a little feller gear dude, just dancing. It's victory dance.
Vibe.
Okay, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go.
Follow your heart.
Everywhere is blocked off. See, I can't go down there because it's frozen. Can't go in there because it's frozen. Can't go in there because it's frozen. Can't.
I'm just looking at because I dropped the Poppy or Huggy Wuggy on chat, and I didn't realize I just had him on screen the whole time, so I'm just awkwardly staring at him. Gross.
Gross, dude.
Oh yeah, no. So you can watch Huggy Wuggy chase you. He like busts down doors and stuff. He grabs you, and then his mouth bites the camera off. And then followed by the words, "It's too early to die."
Oh!
Look how far we come from Slender Dude.
So there's no blood, but like you are devoured by Huggy Wuggy, and they tell you die.
A family picture.
Yeah, I just. So that one has been really annoying to deal with in schools recently.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. It's like another fault, like not necessarily of video games like as a whole, but a fault of just, you know, what's been going on is the fact that I feel like a lot of kids are getting exposed to M-rated games way too early.
Yes, just
Like-
in general.
Like, I've met multiple children who know who Master Chief is and have played like Halo at some point. I'm like, you?
Yeah.
Dude, those are
to be fair, I
streamers
think
that-
with kids our age, like there were kids when we were like 8 or 9 who had played Halo.
Yeah.
And like a number of these kids, like they see their dad playing Call of Duty because like their dads are like 5 to 8 years older than we are.
Yeah.
Which is something, but
Ooh, I don't like that.
a little harrowing thought there.
Oh
but-
man. Thanks, Chris. I didn't know I was gonna feel old today.
Yeah, sorry, but
I didn't need that.
now with how
I'll just use
easy
my
it is to
alternate
see
ability.
those things, like when we were growing up, we would maybe see like an ad for Halo in a magazine. But like our parents weren't the generation that really grew up with video games, and it wasn't like we could really hop on YouTube and just like instantly watch a bunch of Halo content accidentally.
The hell just happened?
Like it's an issue of like unintentional or uncontrollable exposure
Yeah.
in a market where mature games are the popular thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like nowadays it's like all or nothing with a lot of different game releases.
But you know, we can continue to talk more about, you know, game releases and all that stuff. But, ladies and gents and non-binary friends, how about next time?
Next time. Bye-bye!